New toy time. Is it any good though? Hello again, welcome back to WasntMyFault. This time, as I said, it's a new toy, so it's an unboxing review of the Galaxy Tab A. Now, anyone that watches the channel, very few, know that I quite like Samsung. I have Samsung watches, phone, monitors, all sorts of different stuff. And I haven't had a Samsung tablet for a while. I've been using a Amazon Fire 7-inch tablet, which is good. You know, it's a little bit too Amazon-y for me. I quite like Android a lot more, but it's been useful. I mainly use it for multimedia, that sort of thing, so I wanted a decent tablet. So I picked this up through EE. So I do monthly phones and everything else, and I pick up a few extras monthly because I don't really notice the difference rather than having to shell out £200 or whatever this is these days. This is the lowest end tablet in the series. So the Galaxy Tab A, 32 gig of RAM, 64-bit octa-core processor, 8 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera. So there's a few other bits and pieces. 2 gig of RAM on board. It's the lowest one they do because it's got 32 gig of memory as well, actual storage space. This is the lowest one. As I said, they do a 64 and a 128 that both have 3 gig of onboard RAM. So there is a little bit of difference in it. So let's have a look what's inside. Okay, put the lid to one side. So nice packaging as always from Samsung. There you go. Nice little tab to get the actual tablet out. Tab to get the tab out. And the normal stuff that you get. So we have a nice power brick. I do like the Samsung power bricks, must admit. They fold nicely. You get that bit that folds away. Pretty good. The size of this one, output 5 volt 1.55 amps, so not a huge capacity one, but it'll be okay. As always, the USB, which in this case, which is rather nice, is a USB. Yeah, Type C it is. As you see, Type C, which is fantastic because my Samsung phone is also Type C. I've got the Note 8 currently. I will be upgrading soon. We also have the tray removing tool, so you can get access to the SD card slot and the slot for a SIM card, because this is an LTE version with 4G. So yeah, I can actually put a memory card, a SIM card in it, and use it for mobile internet as well, which is good. So we have warranty card, quick start, boring, all the usual boring normal stuff. Okay, enough of that, and I think that's it for the box. There's nothing else in it. It's all packaging, but nice packaging, must admit. It's not as premium as things like the Note series or the Tab 6 or anything like that, the more expensive devices that you're talking £400 to £800 or dollars for, whichever place you're from. Okay, so it's quite nice. It comes in a nice protective sleeve. We open it, as you can see, like an envelope. So let's open this up and see what it's like inside. It is all metal construction. You can see there's a lot of reflections in my room. You can see there is a little camera just by there. Quite a large screen, nothing else in the way. We'll see how big the bezels are when we switch it on. On the top, as you can see, there is a headphone jack, which is good because I always like having headphones. On the bottom, we have the Type C connector, and if you can see them, there are 2 speaker grills. It does have Dolby Atmos as well, although it's confusing me why they're both on the bottom. It's fine if you've got it in portrait mode. If you've got it in landscape mode, all the sound's coming from the one side. I'm not sure how good that's going to be for watching Netflix and movies and YouTube and everything else. It does, obviously, I can put headphones or Bluetooth speaker or wired speakers, so we'll see. And then there is the rear facing 8 megapixel camera. So let's turn this thing on. Power button is in the same place as it is on phones, on the side with the rocker there for the volume, and absolutely nothing on the other side. No Bixby button. Oh, great, because I don't use Bixby. So there you go. and the normal startup. So I'll let this start up. I will of course have to set it up and see how this thing goes, so I shall set it up in a moment. I'll just let it boot it up first so we can see what the screen looks like. Start an Android. It's weird seeing something so big compared with my phone. I've got quite a big phone. I said I've got the Note, and this is just massive. I still hold it in one hand. Can't use it in one hand very easily. I can't type, but it'd be interesting. It's really big. Okay, I shall set this up. I shall be right back. Okay, so as you can see, a little bit of reflection of my lights. You see, normal, standard, experienced it with Google. It is running, I don't even know what version, hopefully it's 9. So we're looking now on the settings. Very, 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 very white. Let's change it to blue mode so you're used to all of that. Blue light filter, that does not have a lot. How about night mode? Haha, night mode, that's easy for you to see. Okay. So, see, normal stock Android kind of thing with a little bit of Samsung UI over the top, which I can't even remember what it's called. What's it called? I can't remember. One UI or something like that. I can't remember. Should say so. So about tablet. No, that's about this tablet. It's with the software. I can't even find it. About tablet software information. I wasn't the right person. I couldn't find it. Right. One UI, as it says at the top there, you probably can't read it, version 1.1, Android version 9. So that's good. See, Android Pie. Pie, is it Pie? I can't remember. But anyway, normal stuff. So, screen, really, really bright. And that's not even the highest brightness, I don't think. So, it can really, really, really whack the brightness up as well. Incredibly bright. You see, it's completely whited out that it's so bright with the reflections and all of that. So that is really nice to look at. So let's have a look at something like Netflix. See how good that looks. Right. Stranger Things, one of my favourite shows. As I said, the speakers are both on this side. I don't know how well you can hear the sound. But it's actually, I've got it, I think, highest volume. Let's check. Yeah, highest volume, and that is actually really, really good. Screen resolution is quite nice. It's not as high as some, obviously, because it's not one of their best screens. It is quite a low-end one. This sound's almost drowning me out. That's just normal mode. We do also have Dolby, so let's see what happens if I put it on Dolby mode. Once again, nice and easy. Into settings, put on Dolby. And that's a lot louder and a lot more immersive sound. It kind of sounds like it's coming from more kind of around rather than just the one end, which is quite nice. Nice clear noise.
It's polycarbonate. You can't get through.
Not bad. I'm actually quite impressed with that. It's loud enough that I can hear it quite well as if I was watching TV, so I'm actually quite impressed with that. I can obviously stream to my TV from it being a Google operating system, and I have Google everything, as you all know, Google Lights, Google coffee machines, everything, and all my TVs have a Google Chromecast, which means I can beam directly from this, which is a lot better than doing it from my phone, so that's kind of nice as well. Obviously I can download movies on Netflix. The reason why I wanted this, because I tend to travel and use it on my lunch break and work, because I have a full-time job. I can't do this all the time, unfortunately. So it's quite nice having something more substantial on my phone. And obviously if you're using your phone, it will drain the battery. And I said I do have an Amazon Fire tablet, but 7-inch is okay, but it's only slightly bigger than my phone, so what's the point? This is a monster of a tablet now for me. I used to have the Note 10.1 a long time ago, and I absolutely loved that tablet. Brilliant. As you know, I love the Note series. But this is quite a nice one. I've not noticed any slowdown or issues with it. It seems to be pretty fast and responsive. It's just me that's slow sometimes. Right, let's get this off this. So it's me that's slow. And there we go, back to the main screen. Play Store. That's why it's still trying to use Alright, let's get rid of that. No, I sort of to get rid of that. See, it's me, it is. Alright. Close that. Right, I've closed that. So it should now be a lot quicker. Gallery, nothing in it because I don't have anything yet. No albums or nothing else. Camera. Seems reasonable. Ah, it's me. So the normal Samsung camera, you get the icons there. So you'll have photo mode, video mode, and everything else. And that's weird that it's now made me go, oh, that is weird. That's just because I'm using my Note phone as a camera at the moment, and it does that automatically with the darkness and night shootiness. Wow, that is kind of weird. Me times two. It looks a lot more washed out on that because you're seeing it with the recording from there, so it doesn't actually look like that. It looks more like that normal picture than that. That's just a reflection with the lights as well, so it looks a bit washed out because it's a recording of recording, but it doesn't look like that. It does actually look okay. What I'll do is record a bit of myself so you can tell what it's like. So where's the record button? Is that the record button? Hopefully that's the record button. Where is it? Right, video, and check the settings first. Right, scene optimizer, do we need that? No. Front facing camera, right, it's all on full HD, so that's good. So it has full HD on both, rich tone and so on as well. Fantastic. So let's record, and then I can put this footage on as well, so you can see what it's like. But that is going to be really weird going one through the other. So yeah, let me sort that out. Change camera to front facing. Right, now we shall see how it goes with this. So a test of the video with the front facing camera is any good. Is it going to be useful for doing videos and that sort of thing? It looks a little bit up in the top there where you can see the Targaryen banner. It's a bit pixelated looking and a bit fuzzy, which isn't great, but it is only a 5 megapixel camera, so we can always forgive that. So let's try the other way around. Right, I'm going to try it this way around now. So this is the rear camera. So see if this has the same pixelation issues that it seemed to with the front facing camera. This is obviously the much better quality one, so we shall see what it's like. I'm never sure about having cameras in the corner. It always feels a little bit weird to me because you're looking at the corner of the device instead of the middle. It's like on a phone, you're having to look at the end of the device, not the middle of where your picture is, and you kind of, your eyes drawn to yourself when you're talking, because you're kind of talking to someone even though it's yourself, you're kind of talking to yourself. So I don't know, I always find it a bit weird having cameras there. Often wonder how people get on with it. I prefer it in the middle, at least if it's going to be on the end. The middle, in the corner just feels weird, although it gives you more kind of focal point. It does feel weird looking to the corner because you're looking at the corner, so I'd rather look at a real lens. I don't know, maybe it's me being old. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's do that. Stop that. So, what do I think? It seems pretty good. Nice quality screen. I said it's not as nice quality screen as my phone, but I wouldn't expect it to be because the phone is worth about 5 times the amount. So, yeah. One thing I will say, for a tablet, that is a rather short cable. And see, it's not huge length. If you think you're, on the sofa, in bed, something like that, watching media, you'll want a long cable, so you will need to upgrade. Luckily, I have loads of these because all my devices are Android, so I've got loads. The other thing I will mention as well is the quality of the power brick compared to the old ones. You may not be able to see the difference, but the new one compared to the old one, it just feels light and flimsy, and the old one was a gloss finish on it. You see, it's printed on. The new one is a matte kind of rough finish. Feels like quite cheap plastic. And in the end, it's embossed into it, or engraved into, however you want to say it. Embossed, I can't remember which way around it is. But anyway, the lettering is actually imprinted into the plastic, but the plastic said it feels, I don't know, not as nice. It's not as tactile. It said it's a little bit rough feeling. some ways maybe that's better, it won't slip out your fingers or something like that, I'm not sure, but I don't know, it just feels more cheap. Maybe that's, you know, what they'll do with cheap tablets like this, I'm not sure, but it doesn't feel as, I don't know, it doesn't feel as premium as something like that that's quite kind of glossy, and it feels a lot better finish into it. But it is the lowest end tablet that in the range, so yeah, the cut corners, I suppose. Overall, it seems pretty good. I'll see how it goes now as I use it. I have to get a case and screen protectors and so on for it. Then I've got the kind of black, comes in a light silver color and also gold, I believe. So gold, black and silver, and this is the black, which to me is more of a gunmetal. Fingerprint on the back, not too bad. It does get a bit fingerprinty, but it's what you expect this sort of thing. It is a nice finish to it. It is plastic, but that's fine. I think it's plastic, feels like plastic. Nice finish to it though. Everything else cool. It doesn't seem to flex or anything else. It seems quite sturdy in the hand. So it is light. You can hold it quite easily in one hand, and it is incredibly thin compared to what tablets used to be like. The old Note was much bigger than this. And the screen size itself, so you're getting a lot of screen there. Bezel on the bottom, one along the top, and the sides are quite narrow, so it is quite nice. Yeah, overall, I'm quite impressed with it. I shall continue to use it and see how I get on with it. So hopefully that's been kind of informative. I'm impressed with the speakers, although a little bit annoyed they're on one side, which seems a little bit silly from Samsung, to be honest. The old Note ones had front-facing speakers, and they were quite good. But to have stereo speakers on one side of the device is weird. So Samsung, don't do that again. Put them on both sides. Stereo, two sides, not one side. Weird. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Please come see me again soon. I'll have some more reviews as soon as I've got the money to buy something else, because it's Christmas and I won't be buying myself stuff. Anyway, thanks a lot. See you again soon. Bye bye.